Hello, I'm Craig and I make tutorials on DaVinci, RC cars and predominantly drones. I use drone footage to do the tutorials in DaVinci Resolve. But today I want to talk about something a bit different, but it's still drone related. So I've been using Airdate UAV, and what that does, it allows me to see the weather versus the data of, a bit like your flight cockpit data recorder on a plane. It's the same sort of thing that's in the drones. And I've just recently had a problem with a flight that I did at a park. I'll put the link in the description if it's out, but it's due out mid-March, so might not be out just yet. But the problem I had is the wind was picking up where I was, and it was an open park, and it kept hitting the side of the drone, and it was making it lethal to fly. And I did actually crash it, which ain't great. So I want to cover off what you can do with your data and try and learn a little bit to make things better for your next flight. So I use it on my phone, and what we're going to do is going to jump into the phone app first, then we're going to jump into something that I like using quite a bit on a desktop PC, and then I've discovered something really interesting with Google Earth, which I'll show you that as well. Catch you in a moment. Okay, so get a fresh cup of coffee. It's important to keep your coffee going while we're doing this. Yes, I'm in my fleece again. I apologise for keep doing it in my fleece, but I'm on nights. So anyway, right, we're going to I'm going to do it live, so you'll see what I'm seeing as I'm doing it on the left here. So I'm going to load up the app. This is on Android, so scroll up, hit search. I've got Airdata UAV because I've been using it recently. So in there, it will show you the time. You have to create an account for this, and you also have to make sure that it authorizes to be able to grab data from DJI. You can do this with any drone, so Mini 2, Mini 4, any Maverick. I don't know of one that it doesn't collect the data of, because the flight data information, the black box if you like, is uploaded when you update your drone or you connect it to the internet. So anyway, we're going to go to data at the bottom. And at the bottom there, you'll see all the flight information. So quickly, what I want to show you, we're going to come to this later on. You can see that this is the FPV. So if we go into details, you can see that it's FPV. In there, sorry, equipment, pressed on details, wrong one. So you can see that it's FPV there. So anyway, we're going to go back. So we'll go back on that, and then we're going to go down to the one where I was having issues with, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth one down. And on here, this is where I had the issue when I was doing the park challenges. I've been doing a playlist of challenges and trying to get better with the drone. And that's the main reason why I've done it, is because I want to get better at using these drones. And you can buy a drone, but can you use it? Can you use it to its full potential? So this is the reason why I did this playlist, is because I want to get better at using it. Anyway, digressing. So you can see the path of what the drone did. And then as you scroll down, you've got all your general information, the time, what drone it was, landing battery, kilometers, distance, so forth. You can see all that on there, which is really good. And you can go into the detail. So you press in the detail, and in there you've got where I took off and so forth, the equipment, which is the Avata, and then any notifications. Now the notification bit is the bit I use on my phone. So when I've had an issue like I had on this one, I had to look down and I couldn't see anything that was wrong with the drone. So I knew straight away it was the weather. It was coming from the left-hand side, if I remember right, north, and it was slowly picking up, and it was getting worse and worse, and then I crashed. So go and watch the video, but it's a good video. That didn't damage the drone. But in here, you've got all basic data, so the mode it's in and battery. So that's for that. And then you go across the top, you've got your power. In this, I use this quite a bit if my batteries aren't performing as I think they are, and they're warm, because in the cold they don't perform very well. But I did find that on my original FPV, the first one, the drone I got, that I'd got a dead battery cell, so I got rid of the battery. But anyway, going to the sensors, in there you've got all your letters on there, and that corresponds to the bottom, so the uplink information. And then you can go signal score 100% throughout the whole flight. You've got GPS as well, which is good. You can see the B, it's got an amber on there, so slight deviation of satellites, but it was okay, you know. And I think that's where I crashed the drone. So that's literally what that was. So anyway, you go to controls across the top, you can see what you've been doing, and you got the weather, and there's no media on this. but we'll go back. So anyway, that's it for this. This is what I use this for, and this is one of the core reasons why I got this on my phone. But you can do it on a desktop PC or web interface if you use it on your phone or tablet. And we're going to jump into that. And like I said at the intro, I've got something really cool to show you. But let's get to the next bit. See you in a minute. Okay, so we're going to pull up Edge, and I've got Edge already on here. So we're going to maximize that. Donald Trump, that's an interesting conversation, isn't it? What he's doing at the minute. Anyway, I'm not going to digress into any more of that. So what we're going to type into here is Air UAV, and then press enter. So it's going to bring up the first one. I haven't logged into this one. So we're going to log in or register. If you've not done this before, I highly recommend registering. It's not sponsored by them. It's just another app that I use. I am doing a I'm digressing again, sorry, but I need to tell you this. I am doing a waypoint and viewpoint playlist. Go and have a look at that. But I'm at the stage now where I'm starting to make tutorials on the videos, sorry, the apps that I use while I'm out and about. So go and have a look at that. That's really interesting. But let's log in. Type in your credentials, the usual. So now we're in. So because I've already synced this using my app, it's got all that data there already. No, we're not going to do that. I don't like saving that. But you can see currently today, Gus, so forth, and then you can see the flight information that I was showing you on the app. So this is the same one I was showing on the app. Now you can see, you can zoom in, and then you've got all your data around the outside. So it's just the same as on the app. You've got your power, you've got your sensors, your signal map. So there's a bit more information in there that you can delve into. I'm not going to go into it. Have a play with it. Let me know in the comments. I can revisit this, not a problem. The more times I revisit stuff, the better I get at it. So, but what I want to do is, now we've loaded this up, you've gone through your details. I said I wasn't going to go through this, but we'll go through notifications and so forth. And you can see like in more detail and the letters, and then you can see at the bottom battery life warning, so return to home. I hit halt because I was getting low. Anyway, as you can see, a lot more data is given to you on the desktop web browser, which I love, which I really love. So, but I want to tell you something about how to get this data off. So how to get this data off. So let's go back onto general. And on here, you've got download at the bottom, and now for Google Earth to work with the data, we want the XML file. Okay, so and it says Google XML for Google Earth. So we'll press on that. We'll download that. You can see top left there, and then we're going to download another one. So if we click on one that's a bit further along, you can see that I was flying around there, but I think it was the next one down. I was having massive problems. Like I said before in the previous section, it was DJI mics. So I've got the Pocket 3 and I used the mics, and it turned out that the mic frequency was interfering with the goggles, and I was having a bit of a meltdown, if I'm honest with you, on top of that hill. But yeah, anyway, we're going to download that one. So that's downloaded. So now we've got that, we now want to go into Google Earth. So hit me up in the comments, like I've said before, if there's anything you want me to cover in this, but there's tons of information. I'm going to let you research and have a look yourself, because this video is already going to be quite long. So right, so let's type on there Google Earth. So Google. It's important to use Google Earth and not Google Maps, because they both act differently. Now, I've not loaded this one up, so you can see it's loaded in. So, and what we're going to do on the top left hand corner here, we're going to do new, and then new project, or Control and J. So now we've got that, but we now want to import that data that we've got. it's going to go through the different layers and so forth. Yes, I know already. So in this corner here, you'll see on the left hand corner, it's got add. Press on that. And then you want to import KML file. And then you want to upload from device, which in this case is my PC. So we're going to go to downloads, and then you've got these two here. Now I'm going to do them individually so it works. So that's the first one. You can see it's loaded in there. And now we're going to import the other one. So that was 957. We're going to import the other one. As you can see, it's already gone down. I think that was quite cool. I was really disappointed in, because by the time I put the FPV up, it was very, very windy, which explained why I was having the problems I was having. So, was it that one? 902, that's the Avata one. So, you can now import another one, which gives you 2 flights, bits of information. So you can do 1 flight. If you've only done 1 flight, use your left mouse button to move around. But if you use your control button and you zoom in, it will stay in one place, but you can see now it's starting to move 3D. So as we move around, you can see the flight, which is really cool. Take your finger off sorry, not the control button, the shift button, and then you can move around when you take your finger off it. And you can see where I was, where I took off, well out of the way of everybody. I didn't go over any of the footpaths here, stayed out of everyone's way. I really enjoyed the flight. I just didn't like what was going on. So this one down here was the Avata flight, and then the one up there is the FPV flight. And then I've got the Mini 4 flight, but I've not currently got the Mini 4. I've given that to my dad to play with. And as you can see, you can play around. So press the shift button, and then you can move up and down, and then use the mouse button, and you can move around and have a good look at it. Now, I think that's really cool. So if you want to show that to somebody, say, oh, look, this is what I did. It's good to see it in real time. You can do it on the remote. You can press play and it will take you around, which unfortunately it won't do that on this, but on the actual remote it will show you the actual flight, which I think is really cool. If I get a chance, it'll be on this corner here. You'll see it. But if not, then go and have a look at on the app on your phone or on the RC2 remote. But yeah, it's really cool. So we can share that. We can share that information, and to do that, just press share, top right hand corner, and then obviously project owned by myself, and then you can share it. Copy the link, and then now you've copied that link. If we open up another one, and then Control and V, that copies that link into there. Press it. It'll load up Google Earth, and it will load up that flight information, but it's not just the one, it's loaded up both of them. So, hope you like this, hope you enjoyed it. It was a bit of an eye-opener for me, because I've been using that UAV app for a good year and a bit, and I just come across it by accident, and I thought I'd like to share it with you. So it's allowed me to be able to visualise what was going on that day. But yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Hope you've enjoyed the coffee.